the quality of life in Madrid is one of the best in the world. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Okay, guys, as usual, we need to start with checking the shot. What if I start to upload the videos to Spotify? I'm already doing that, but just audio. So is it better for you guys to have it on video on Spotify? I don't think so because Spotify is just for music and shit like that, you know. So I don't know. Oh my god, then well. Okay, guys, welcome back to Born Weird Podcast, your favorite Oh my god, again. Hey guys, welcome back to Born Weird Podcast, your favorite podcast. Fuck. What am I doing right now? What the hell? So yeah, welcome back to Born Weird Podcast. I'm host Gifted, and this is your favorite podcast, right? Because I'm the voice of the boys. So yeah, guys. First, before we go deep into this topic, before we go deep into like pros and cons of living on Madrid, down to that route, I want to say something. As you may know, yesterday was a pretty emotional episode because I was talking about my dad, and those kind of topics made me cry so much. So I don't want to cry anymore. I'm not saying that I will cry talking about Madrid, but maybe I won't because Madrid has given me everything. So yeah, yesterday was a pretty emotional episode. So go watch it, please. It was about my father and 10 advices that he gave me before his passing. He's not with me in this earth physically, but I know he's next to God doing his own thing. I recommend you watch that episode because it gets pretty intense and emotional. Also, watch this other episode that I'm putting right here. Please watch it. This is about the day I cheated on my ex. It's a funny story. It's a pretty good story for the people who wants to have a girlfriend or who is thinking on cheating. Please hear my advice. It's a pretty good story. You're going to laugh about it a little bit, and you are going to learn about relationships. So yeah, without further ado, I have to say something. Yes, you should move out to Madrid in your 20s. Please live in Europe or live in Madrid in your 20s or in your 30s. Like move out. Just move out to this side of the world. It's pretty good. Like the quality of life in Madrid is one of the best in the world. Obviously, Madrid has some cons and pros and some flaws and asserts. So I'm going to talk about those right now. So to put you guys in context first, I just want to say I moved out here in 2023 and I spent an entire year until 2025. Then in 2025, like at the beginning of that year, I came back because I got a movie role for me in Peru that was waiting for me. It was a big opportunity for me. So I'm going to tell you guys this story in another episode. Yeah, so bear with me, stay with me, and you're going to learn a lot. So yeah, the pros and cons of living in Madrid. You're in your 20s. You want to live in Madrid. You're in your 20s. You want to come to this city and make new friends. You want to come to this city and make your life here. You want to come to this city and try the delicious food. Yeah, I'm going to tell you all the things because I'm already living here and I want to live. No, I'm kidding. I don't want to live, but I have some priorities right now. But for me, it's like I have enough time here. I already know this shit. But I have some priorities. I already found myself. So I'm not leaving because Madrid is bad. I'm leaving because I need to do some stuff in another country. So yeah, I'm going to tell you the pros and the cons. Please do not leave this podcast until you hear them because the last one is one of the most interesting ones. So yeah, so coming to Madrid, if you have a Latin American passport or a American passport, it's easy. You can do it. Like you can come here if you want to study, if you want to work, if you want to do like everything, you know. Like right now, Spain has his doors open for many people. Here, I think Spain is like the land of opportunities, some sort of like that. But yeah, so first of all, if you want to come to Madrid or Spain, do not come illegal. This country doesn't work like the US. It's pretty difficult to find work if you don't have papers. So please come legally. It's so easy to come legally, you know. So it's so easy to have a visa from this country. It's the best way is to come legally. Please come legally. Do your visa before, or you can do it after, but do it, you know, do it. Do not waste time, just do it. So in my case, I came without a visa and then I decided to stay. And yeah, there's a way to do that, but I was studying and my family was supporting me, so I didn't have the urge to work, you know? So that's why I could like wait until my visa gets approved and then start working on doing some shit. So yeah, I'm going to make a comparison here with America, because when I was a kid, I used to go there a lot. Like I used to spend all my vacations there. So I was kind of doing that every year. So I know pretty much everything about the US. So the pros and cons. Okay, first of all, here, you don't need a car to live here. I know cars are cheaper in the US, but you don't need a car. If you live in Madrid center, like in downtown Madrid, you can bike everywhere. And it's gonna cost you 50 cents. You know, 50 cents to move around for 30 minutes and just pay 50 cents. Because I'm saying this because obviously you can use the metro and all the public transportation available. But if you are below, I don't know how to say it, below or beyond, if you are beyond 26 or below, I don't know the word, sorry. If you are more than 25, you do not longer qualify to this right of public transportation, of paying just €8 for public transportation. Because if you are older than 25, you're going to start paying, like, depends on where you live, you're going to start paying like 25 to almost 50, you know, if you want to use every line that exists. But you don't need to do that because it doesn't matter. Like, you don't have to do that. So if you are under 25, you are okay, and you can pay just €8 to use every line. Like, it's amazing. Like, and also you have like this card it's called the juvenile card. Carnet Joven is here, and you can travel for cheap. That's the first pro, you know. Pros, and yeah, that's the first pro. You can move everywhere. You can move countries here just by train, you know. You can go to Atocha. Atocha is a big station where you can go to Barcelona for €30, for €20. It's so cheap to move around the states here in Madrid. So also it's pretty easy to move around the countries. If you want to book a flight from Spain to Paris, it's going to cost you around 50, 30, maybe 12. It's going to be so cheap. So yeah, and moving around Europe is pretty cheap, you know, because the only thing that you are going to be worried about is your luggage, maybe. What are you going to buy, or what are you going to take? You know, that's it. But yeah, we have pretty cheap airlines here like Ryanair, EasyJet, or maybe the main ones that has cheapest flights on certain or specific dates, you know, so you can work your way and travel around Europe. It's going to be cheap. So that's the first pro. You are going to be allowed to travel for cheap. So, but always book your flights with so much time, you know, book your flights with so much time before. So here also in Madrid, it's like I compare this to New York. I never been to New York, but I think this is the most closest that we can get, because here are the big events. We have fashion weeks here. We have fashion runways. We have everything about fashion. The fashion industry is well positioned here. The influencers are well positioned here. A lot of brands work with influencers here. So the biggest influencers in Spain are in Madrid. So, and most of them are in Andorra because Andorra has this thing that you don't pay too much taxes, so you are not going to be charged a lot. So yeah, so a lot of big YouTubers or big entrepreneurs move to Andorra to live there. Andorra is pretty boring in my personal opinion, but if you want to save money, you have to take the risk, right? You have to spend at least like I think 100 200 days per year in order to live there, and to pay taxes there. New York is a little bit more cultural, but here we have culture too. So you're gonna find every kind of people, every kind of race, every kind of friends. That you can go to Irish pubs, you can do whatever you want. So that's the other pro. You can make friends from around the world so easily, and you can practice your English if you like, going to this Irish pub, or going to bars where the people don't speak English or speak both languages. So you can make friends from around the world so easily, because Madrid is such a tourist place. Like, it's one of the most visited places for tourists, and you can find a lot of people from around the world and make friends. So yeah, that's another pro. So also, oh my god, here in Madrid, your life is going to be so chill, so tranquil, because we have this nap time at 3 or 4 p.m. that we rest, and every store or every business here closes from those two times, from 3 to 4 or 7, and people can use this as a siesta time. Like, they can sleep through those hours, or also you can go out with your friends and do this tardeo thing, an evening thing, like where you get out of work or you get out of your university and go with your friends and drink a beer in a bar and start, yapping or having a conversation. Yeah, this is the cultural thing here. In Madrid, they do that every day, but I'm kind of in a diet right now, and so I don't go out too much. I just go out once a month because I'm pretty focused on my diet. So yeah, and I don't have no friends. I'm kidding, but yeah, they do this tardeo thing or this siesta thing. So living in Madrid is like very chill. The quality, they prefer to have a quality time. They prefer that. No one rush when you are having lunch with your friends. No one rushes. No one is eating fast. Everyone is drinking wine and everyone is having a good time. So if you want to live in Spain, you have to be relaxed, just chill, bro. Like, people prefer to have a pretty high quality life, pretty high quality moments. People are not rushing. That's why I want to move out a little bit, because for me personally, I want to go to the US because the biggest creators, the biggest podcasters, and the biggest musicians are there. So this is my personal opinion, but living in Madrid is so freaking good. So we have a con. I'm going to go with the first con because we already said a lot of pros. If you want to live in downtown, it's going to be so difficult for you to find a place because everyone is hunting for places. Everyone wants a pretty good place and pay a fair price, but this doesn't exist here in Madrid because it's like the lottery. You call to a place to go see it, and if you're lucky enough, you don't have competitors, you don't have other people to want to live there and want to see the place. So you have to file a resume, and the owner has to read it and choose which one fits perfect for them. If you are a student, they want you. If you are an early worker, they want you. If you have a business, they want you. But if you are getting older, it's going to get pretty much difficult for you because no one is going to rent you anything. So they prefer students overall. I don't know how to say this, but because of that, the prices are going to be high. You're going to be paying a lot for less. So right now, I'm here in my own space. This is a studio. I live in the center of Madrid, like literally in the center of Madrid. I can walk to Sol. I can walk everywhere. I can bike everywhere. It's going, like, I have Gran Via just a kilometer away. So I'm pretty lucky to find this place, and I'm pretty lucky to know this person that is renting me right now. So, bro, I'm pretty lucky to have this place, my own place. So, yeah, but I pay too much. Like, I pay almost 100. I pay 1k euros a month, and it's not that tiny. But like, if we didn't have these rises of prices, these high prices, I would pay maybe for this thing 500 or maybe 300 euros. But because it's in the center and because all of this movement, like a lot of people is coming here to study or to work from here because they want to experience Madrid. That's why the prices are high. So I'm pretty lucky to have my place, and I'm not going to change it for no reason, until I got back to my place on Peru. And yeah, that's my decision. Maybe I'm gonna go back. So yeah, guys. So another con is that if you are a very early person, especially in winter, the sun is not going to go up until 8 or 9 a.m. And it's so frustrating because in Peru, the sky clears at 6 a.m., and it's so amazing because you can feel the energy. You can go around at 6 a.m. and okay, everything's going to be closed, but at 7 p.m. at 7 a.m. everything's open. But here, everything starts to open at, especially banks start to open at 8 and they stay open until 2 p.m. But that's it. But other businesses do not open until 11 or maybe 10 or maybe 12, or they just open on the evenings. So it's quite difficult. If you want to start your day early, it's going to be a little bit difficult because it's going to be dark. But in the summer, it's better because the sun comes out pretty early. But yeah, this is another con for me because I grew up having a beach 30 minutes away from my home. So Madrid has no beaches. And for me, that's a pretty big one, like pretty big flaw, pretty big con. And yeah, that's one of the main reasons I want to go back to my country or maybe move to a country that I can go to the beach every day, because I've learned that I may not be a big city guy. I'm just a pretty simple guy that wants to go to the beach and maybe go skate with his friends and maybe do videos, making some vlogs, start traveling. So I'm not a big city. Like, I love the city. This city is beautiful. This city has everything, but I need the beach. So yeah, for me it's a big flaw. But I know we have Mallorca, we have the Canary Islands close like 3 hours away on a flight, but I'm not going to spend all the summer and pay another rent for 3 months just to go there. That sounds ridiculous to me. So yeah, I'm doing this year because a friend is coming and we can go 50-50 in an Airbnb on Mallorca and maybe stay for the summer there. But that's another con. Summer in Madrid is the most awful thing in the world because oh my god, the sun is so strong and you don't have anything to go against that, because obviously you have your AC. If you are lucky to have AC, I have my AC and I can stay chill because I can turn on my AC and it's going to be just alright for me. But if you don't have AC in summer in Madrid, you're going to feel in hell. Everything, like, oh my god, you have no beaches to go to have fresh water. You don't have, you maybe have some public pools, something like that, but they are not that many. And the worst part is that everyone leaves Madrid. Everyone lives in summer. So this city became a ghost town in summer. So no one is here in summer. So people go to Barcelona, go to Valencia, go to Mallorca, go to Menorca and spend their summer there. So if you're a student, obviously if you don't have that kind of money, you cannot go there. But if you have it, please go. Do not stay in summer here in Madrid. Please do not do that. So another con for me, another con is like there's no much skate parks. I want to go skate, but I don't want to spend all day going to the skate park. I don't want to do that. And I want to go by walking. And I'm pretty much in the center of Madrid. So there's no skate parks near the center of Madrid. So I have to bike like for 20 to 30 minutes to go to skate park, do my shit and then bike back. But I don't mind doing that, but it's getting difficult for me to go out my house if I'm not going to skate. So I want to have this rapidly fast way to go. Maybe, I don't know, maybe please, you have put more skate parks in Madrid, and I'm going to be very specific here. Also, I don't like that all this thing, like Madrid is not plain, like it has this ups and downs, and if I skate, it's going to be difficult for me because if I go down there, then I have to go up, then it's going to be so difficult. That's why I need more skate parks, because they are leveled up to the ground, so they are plain, so yeah. Okay, another pro for me, the food. Okay, here I want to tell you something special here for me, like especially for Peruvians. You are not going to miss the food from your country if you are Peruvian, especially because people in Madrid have it. because you're going to miss the food, even though Peruvian food is the best, one of the best foods in the world. Because first, Peru and Spain has a big connection. Some of the biggest chefs in Peru have restaurants here, have businesses here. We have a pretty big Latin American market here, especially near here in central Madrid. So there are some big fancy restaurants, big Peruvian restaurants. We have a lot of restaurants, like every kind of type. Like we have cheap restaurants, we have medium level restaurants, we have high quality restaurants. We have everything. So personally, I don't miss Peruvian food because the Peruvian food here is so good that I don't mind missing out. I obviously I miss these certain things that are not here yet. Like maybe there's a plate here called pachamanca that the only way to make it is like you need to put a hole on the ground and put some hot rocks, and yeah, that's the only way to do it. That's the proper way to do it. So the rocks are going to cook the food, so you need to keep it warm. Yeah, so those kind of things, yeah, it's impossible, but you have everything else. You have the pollo a la brasa, you have the main dishes here, and they are so rich and in flavor, and they are almost the same. So that's why I don't miss my own food from my country, and I'm talking on my opinion. So yeah, that's another pro for me. Okay, another pro and maybe con, because you can get lost if you do this so much. You can party every day here in Madrid. You can party. Like, party here never stops. If you are young, if you want to enjoy yourself and you want to go out, you can go out from Monday to Sunday, almost every day. And there's going to be people hanging out every day. So yeah, so if you want to make friends, you're going to make friends rapidly, fast. You are not going to have trouble with that, So yeah, that's another con, maybe a pro and con at the same time, because you can get lost if you party a lot, but if you want to get a good time, Madrid is the place, because there's people from around the world and you can know people from around the world, and it's cool to meet new cultures, new people, new religions, new beliefs. It expands your mind, so it's pretty cool. So that's another con and pro and con for me. It's in the middle, because you have to be careful. Another one for me that is so important is that Spain food from here, from Spain, is actually good. They have pretty good quality products, pretty good insumos. How do you say insumos? They have pretty good food supplies. The quality of food suppliers are pretty high. We have a lot of Michelin star restaurants, so you can eat here in a lot of high quality restaurants. You can find food for around the world. You can find Italian cuisine, you can find French cuisine, you can find UK cuisine, you can find food from everywhere. Also Mexican food, you can find Mexican food, and everyone is right. So yeah, another pro for me is that you have one of the biggest stadiums here. You have the Santiago Bernabeu, and yeah, you can go see the Real Madrid whenever you want. The prices are high, but it's not going to disappoint. So yeah, you can go to Real Madrid, and you can go to a lot of concerts, because there's Madrid is a pretty big city. A lot of tourists from around the world come, so that means that Madrid has many activities, many free activities, like going to the museum, going to the Palacio Real, going to every free event that you can do just by signing yourself. So that's good. So there's an event here that is called Dia de la Hispanidad, the Spanish Day. So where you can, like Madrid, like they make concerts in the streets for free for the people. So you can watch your favorite artists, like pretty big ones actually, for free. You can go and watch them for free. So this is a pretty big one. I like that. So for me, it's one of the coolest things that you can have here in Madrid. Free concerts. For me, as a music producer and a musician, is the best. But yeah, so to finish, the last con. Yeah, there's a thing here. I think a comedian say this once. Like, if you go out for every reason, if you left your house for every reason, it's going to cost you at least 10 euros. And this is right. This is a fact. So please, because if you want a beer, in a bar, it's going to cost you 5, and you are going to drink 2 at least. that's 10 euros. If you want to eat somewhere, it's going to be 13 to 18 euros just for you. So if you want to go buy some clothes, the prices are going to start on 10 or maybe 20, depends on the kind of clothes that you want. So if you go out, you are going to spend more than 10 euros every time. So that's a rule here. You're going to spend money a lot. Like, if you left your house, you're going to spend money. So yeah, that's the last one, and I don't really like it because I don't like to spend money. Only if I'm investing, I really like to spend it because I'm going to get back a return. No. So this is it for today's episode, people. Like, I hope you like this episode. This was not on a story time, but yeah, I'll always put you guys in context. So now I'm living here and I love to live here. But for personal things, I'm going to go back to my country because I found myself, and now I really know what do I want. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and yeah, go watch these 2 episodes that I mentioned before. Like, go watch the I cheated on my girl, on my high school ex-girlfriend. Go see that, and go see the 10 advices that my dad gave me before he passed away. Go see those episodes that are pretty important for me. And yeah, I feel fine. I promise I'm not going to cry again on camera because I was so emotional for doing that episode, and I miss my dad so much. So no more crying in this channel for now. So yeah, if you got to this part, please subscribe, comment something, and maybe, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, right? I hope you guys can wrap around your mind. If you wanna come here to study or work or to live, come here. It's pretty good advice from me. Come here, experiment Madrid. It's going to be so fun for you. And yeah, I wish I could help you. Do not miss those episodes that I mentioned earlier. Please go watch it. And this is it for me. So this is it for today. Gifted. And yeah, guys, see you tomorrow.